I haven't done an unscripted video in a really long time. I'm not even sure if this video is going to make it to YouTube. Anyways, I'm back, and I'm here with the Surface Book 2. What's up, guys? I'm Aaron the Tech Guy, and this is the Surface Book 2. Alright, so in this review I'm going to talk about A, the laptop itself, and B, how I got this laptop. I mean, a while back, like last year, I endorsed the Surface laptop as being the best laptop for students. So how did I, as a high school student, end up with the Surface Book 2? Alright, so let's start with the good things. First off, the design. It is super sleek and smooth, and it's eye-catching. People come up to him and are like, whoa, what's that? It's just, there's something about the Surface line that's unmatched by any company, even Apple. It's just so sleek. In that design, let's talk about ports. It has two USB-A, which is great, an SD card reader, which is a godsend for people who are content creators. On the other side, you've got Surface Connect and USB-C, so great. Microsoft finally got their act together and decided that USB-C was ready for prime time, so that's good. While we're on the subject of design, let's talk about this display. It is a fantastic display. It gets bright, it's high resolution at 3000 by 2000, and it's great that it has touch functionality. Embedded in that display is also an IR sensor for Windows Hello, which is always appreciated, and I love Windows Hello. I've talked about it in the past. Let's talk about the headline feature of the Surface Book 2. That. It detaches into a full tablet. It has all the power inside the display, so I can use it as a normal tablet. However, as I mentioned before, you lose all access to all your ports except for the headphone jack. And you're left with only the little Surface Connect port on the bottom, which is kind of sad, but obviously, since there's such a strong base, it's not designed for use always as a tablet. On the subject of not using it only as a tablet, you lose more than half of your battery life. There's only 4 hours of battery life in this tablet, which makes it impossible to watch more than like one movie at a time, or use it for 4 hours, but realistically 3, without reconnecting it to the base. Another downside is Windows tablet mode. I might have talked about this before, but Microsoft is so close. I mean, they were the first to implement gestures. You got gestures to dismiss the window, just gestures to do multitasking, and some of them are really good. It's just that some of them they just feel incomplete because some of the animations feel jerky at times. It's just unresponsive, and I just look at this. They made such a good device. Like, why Microsoft? Why did they go just halfway? Why couldn't they have gone all the way and made this the best tablet on the market? Despite its shortcomings, I love using this tablet to do things like doing math homework, or writing notes, or going to just watch the occasional movie. I don't want to have the whole big thing next to me on my lap. Next, let's talk about another positive: the keyboard. Just like on the Surface laptop, the Surface Book 2's keyboard is unmatched by anyone in the competition, in my opinion. It feels so great to type on. It has nice travel, and it has just a nice clicky feeling that just makes you want to type on that keyboard even more. All of my friends who have MacBooks are jealous of me. On that topic, the Trackpad is pretty good. It has Windows Precision drivers, but it's not quite as good as a MacBook. However, in my opinion, the touch display makes up for it. I mean, the fact that you have both makes it insignificant that the Trackpad is smaller than the competition. Battery life is fantastic when you have the clipboard connected to the base. I always get through a full day of use, even though I always have like a million Chrome tabs open, like four Word documents and WhatsApp open in the background. It's amazing. Aside from, as I mentioned, when it's detached. Alright, now let's talk about performance. This is where things for the Surface Book 2 start to get really dicey. So my model has the 8th gen Core i5 with no GPU. When I first got this, I was like, wow, this is a really quiet machine. Then I noticed when I was doing something more intensive, like writing Cinebench or exporting a video in Premiere. This laptop will get super hot, like it got too hot to touch. So I did some digging and found out that the 13-inch model of the Surface Book 2 does not have any fans in it. This laptop has no way of cooling itself, which, although I've never observed any actual thermal throttling, it always stays above base clock. It's giving me suboptimal performance. Now, for most people, you're not gonna notice this, but if you're doing a lot of video editing, you might want to reconsider getting the Surface Book 2, or get the 15-inch model, which is $1,000 more, but it has a fan in both the base and the clipboard. So again, as I was talking about with tablet mode, They got so close. They made such a good laptop. They made a thin tablet with great specs. But couldn't they have just put a small tiny fan in there? I mean, they did it on the Surface Pro. Why couldn't they do it on the Book 2? It just it frustrates me. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I used to endorse the Surface laptop as the best laptop for students. Now let me explain how I ended up here. So a while ago, I made a video about my experience with Microsoft customer support. In that video, I detailed how my original Surface laptop got little orange spots on the display, and how Microsoft replaced it for free. Well, guess what? It happened again. My second Surface laptop who got the exact same problem. So we went to Microsoft support, and we said, hey, look, we got the same problem again. And they were like, okay, we'll replace it with another Surface laptop. But I didn't want them at that point. I didn't want to risk my chances on a third Surface laptop, which could possibly have the very same problem. So we were originally going to switch it out for a Lenovo Yoga C930, yeah. But then we decided to get this instead because Microsoft customer support is just so good. And that's why I'm still sticking with Surface, and I'm still a huge Surface fanboy. Alright, conclusion time. Is the Surface Book 2 the new best laptop for students? Although I really love my Surface Book 2, I don't think it's it. I think they're going to be getting a better deal out of the Surface Laptop 3, with better performance, and better thermals, and none of the shortcomings that I talked about, like it being super heavy and kind of awkward. I just don't think it's the best value for your money, and you'll be better off saving your $300 and getting the i5 version of the Surface Laptop 3. Congratulations! You've reached the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications with the bell icon, so you don't miss any of our future videos. As always, you're watching 8 the Tech Guy.